Well, for the past few weeks, I've been talking about making a video showing how to cook the oil. So today I thought I'd go ahead and do it. I had some free time. I got some oil that's been sitting here. I drained it 2 weeks ago. It's been sitting in this pot, and give it a chance for the methanol to settle out to the bottom. And then I scoop off some of the oil on the top, and then I'll show you from here how we go about it. And what I do is I scoop out about 5 quarts, which I'll probably go a little bit further. I'll go ahead and try to fill this jug all the way to the top. And then when I do, I'll show you the methanol that's settled to the bottom. So the last quart and a half on the bottom, I'm not going to try to cook it because it's really contaminated. So I'll just cook the 5 and 5.5 quarts. I skim off the top, and I'll take it down there to the stove, and I'll show you how that's done. Let me see if I can. I scooped a little out already. Trying not to stir up the bucket. So basically what I'm going to end up doing is throwing away the bottom, maybe a quart and a half that's really contaminated. You'll see at the bottom of this pan or pot. I'll just throw it away and then add some fresh oil with it. Oh, we got close on that one. This. Close this. And then I got an old jug here. What I'm going to do is pour the rest of this. I wanted to show you. Can you see that? Okay, well here you can see better now how much methanol was still left at the bottom. What I'll do now is try to mix this up to get it out of my pot, because I got to get this pot clean, and I'll pour it into that jug right there. Hold on. Well, now that I got the quart and a half that was left on the bottom, the contaminated, really contaminated oil, I threw that away, and I'm down here now. What I do is just cook it. I got a thermometer. I'll try to get it. I'm gonna try to get it up around 200 degrees, probably 15-20 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like. Let me get this started. Here. And give it a couple minutes, it'll start bubbling. I don't know if you can see in there right now. Oh yeah, you can. See the white bubbles coming up? That's the methanol, the water methanol mixed. I just checked it right now. Take up about 160, maybe 165. It's still getting there. Got to get up around 200, and I'll try to keep it at 200 for about 15-20 minutes, or until these white bubbles you see here stop. And when the bubbles stop, it's good. Yeah, we're up to 170 right now. Be a couple more minutes. Get it up there. It's been a couple minutes more. You can see now the bubbles. I think we're getting up close to 200. Right there is 200. And we're right at 200 now. You can hear it popping a little bit down at the bubbles at the bottom. It's being a little bit hotter at the bottom. But I try not to go much over 200, stay right around 200, 205. Like I said, 15-20 minutes, the bubbles will stop bubbling, and it'll be good. I stir it up every once in a while, you know, stop the oil even temperature. The bottom will get hotter than the top. Here you go, see? Turn this down just a little bit. I'm letting it sit here. Sat about another 5 minutes, but you can see now that the bubbles, if I stir it up, I'll get a little bubbles, but the bubbles pretty much stopped just on their own. You don't hear it popping no more. So I shut the gas off. Now I'm just gonna wait, let it cool down, and I'll put it back in a clean jug. So when I go to put this back in the car, usually I change the filter maybe once a month. So I change the oil every 2 weeks and then go through this cooking process. But I usually, you know, use 5 quarts that you see me cooking now. Then I'll add 2 quarts of new to it. If I change the filter, then obviously I have to add 3 quarts to it. But with not taking the filter off and there's still a little bit of oil in the engine, I can get away with 5 quarts and 2 new quarts. Well, I'm gonna let this sit here, cool down, so I can pour it back in this jug. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, this is just something I come up with myself. I mean, I've been on YouTube, watched some other people do some different things. This is what seems to work good for me. The oil comes out pretty good. I mean, it looks dark in the pan, but if I put it in a glass cup, you can't tell the difference between new oil and the old oil. It's pretty clean. The only thing I got to do now is I'll carry it back up to the shop, and I'm going to run it through a paint filter before I pour it back into the jug. It's been sitting now. Yeah, it's cool enough. I can carry it up there 20 minutes. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, like, subscribe. Any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments. And thanks again for watching.